What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Sunday Chop. I'm Anami.
Whoop whoop, it's Mommy Mia.
It's Deja G.
And it's Jay Sean.
And today we have one of the hottest streetwear designers out right now.
You seen some of his apparel on the Young Thug, Bryson Tiller, and T Grizzly.
And way more.
So how you feeling today, home fam? How you feeling?
I feel great, man. I'm 3 tequila shots in already.
Okay.
Okay. It's a great day today.
Yes, sir. It's great, man.
What you do off that tequila?
I'm here with y'all.
Good.
No, just to clear it up, because I know like a lot of people don't really know how to pronounce the name. So how do we pronounce it? Just for the people out there, so we all can make sure we saying everything correctly.
The proper French way to pronounce it is femme. Like that's how French people say it. But I've heard everything from homie femme to homie femme to even somebody was trying to diss me and call it homo femme.
Oh,
Like, yeah, respectfully, you can cut that out if you got to for the podcast. But it's homme femme. But in America, amongst our culture, home femme. Like some kid made a song about it. And it was as accurate as I had ever heard like some street kid call it. But yeah.
Honestly, like just for me, like viewing it, I always say home fam. So
Yeah.
home it's a new one for
You got
me.
a
But
B
I'm
plus.
gonna
You
use
got a
it.
B plus. You got a B plus.
I'm
You got a
use
B
it
plus.
moving forward.
So where did the French come from? Like where did the French inspiration come from? Like where did that just dive into?
So I want to call it homeboy, like Dior Homme, like Dior, like Kanye says Dior Homme, not Dior Homie. Like, but I want to call it homeboy, but my partner at the time was like, we should include girls and call it homme femme. So you know what I'm saying? I was like, I do sound a little bit better than homeboy, you know? So we just roll with it, and then it just stuck. And when we first dropped, like people thought it was like some like European shit, and they was like, "All right, for sure." And they never knew like some little black kid from Compton owned it. But yeah, still most people to this day, still don't know.
So I did want to ask, like, what would be like your favorite piece of your designs?
Man, there's a lot, but I don't know. My boy Terry is out. He been my boy since
Shout out to Terry.
2004, since like 10th grade. I was in 10th, he was in 9th. I would say my favorite piece. What's your favorite piece, Terry? I'll let him answer that. I got too many. My favorite piece is my first piece, which is like the Chanel hockey sweater. It was like legendary. It was kind of like, in music terms, it was kind of like a platinum diamond record. Like that shit went like all over the world. It had hella remixes in music terms. Like everybody was knocking it off. It was on Alibaba. Jeezy wore it on Jimmy Kimmel, Khloe Kardashian, Keisha Cole, a bunch of people, Diplo. Like it was insane. It was kind of like going from like nowhere to just being like booming out of nowhere, you know? So that will always be my favorite piece. And I got sued by Chanel, so
Hey.
But guess what? That means you big time.
Right.
yeah, exactly.
And I hope you won. But talking about your pieces, I was looking through your Instagram, you know, and it's a lot of NASCAR inspiration in your apparel. Tell me a little bit about that.
I mean, I love sports. Like, you know, like one of the things that me and my cousins grew up on was sports and like hip hop. So like NASCAR, like I always am looking for ways to like brand our company, and like people just love like vintage NASCAR shirts. You know what I'm saying? Like even being black, like niggas know Jeff Gordon. Like even Nelly rapped about Jeff Gordon. So like I just feel, and then plus from a capitalistic point of view, like it sells really well for us. So we always we got more car shirts coming out this season. Like like just the way you could just, it makes it feel like they're a part of the team, you know?
Definitely.
Oh,
So,
yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of, so you wasn't no NASCAR driver, nothing like that.
No, I never. I mean,
Okay, I just wanted to make that clear.
I probably seen like half a NASCAR race in my whole life.
Oh, okay.
Like,
So you got a little. That's where it really stemmed from.
Nah, I like flying vintage shirts. I just want to make my own. Yeah, yeah.
So I seen lately you got a collab with Cool Kai. So what made you dive into the shoe industry? You know what I mean? Just dive into
And it's
that.
super dope, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, my boy Kai been my homie for like 8 years since I started. Kai started coming to LA in like 2014, and he would support me. He would pull up with my boy David, who was staying with me at the time, and he went crazy on the shoes, bro. Like, and then, like, I didn't even know Kai was dropping shoes last year. And then, like, September turned around. We was going crazy with sweatshirts and tees. And he dropped a shoe, and I was like, damn. And, like, I didn't really think, like, that it would go that far. You feel me? And, like, now that shit is, like, it's crazy. So, Kai is like always just like he like yo he hit me to do stuff together. I'm kind of competitive. I'd be like you my homie, but like I want to be the best. And Kai be like nah, like we gotta do some shit together for the culture. So he was just like yeah, I seen him just run up millions of dollars on shoes. He's like you gotta drop ours. So I was like for sure, let me put my little twist on it. So me and my homies got together at the office and we like damn how could we make the Air Kai different. So we decided we'll just like try to do different fabrics. And then we was already working on a collection called Bel Air for our spring 22, which was going to kind of like show like the more finer parts of LA. So we chose like Fresh Prince of Bel Air vibe. So we used those colors and then dropped the little corduroy shoe that comes out on February 12th, like the day before the Super Bowl.
I was just about to say, let them know the drop
Yeah.
date because it's a lot of people like really inquiring about that.
That's crazy. You gonna get you a pair?
I'm trying. Cool Kai sell it like that. You can look on the website 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I had it in the car. I can't even get them.
Yeah.
I really can't.
He
It's
said
really,
I was waiting.
No, I'm serious.
Just like tell Kai, let me put it in the cart.
Yeah.
I'm
Please.
serious. You got to be like a crew member because he got like a little special crew member where you get a little excess, and then the little leftover shoes he dropped, dude. Them things is gone.
Yeah, he gonna sell them on his site, and we gonna sell them on our site, and we gonna do a pop up, and I mean the Grimm family discount.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay,
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I was gonna say, I guess I'm a Grim.
yeah.
Shit, Grim family. I'm like, we all Grims.
No, but thank you. We appreciate that. So with the rise in, especially in the designer field, especially like in our community, because honestly, for me, I've been seeing a lot of different like entrepreneurs coming up that really want to get into the design field. Do you ever think about like providing like a different type of like program or platform for up and coming young designers that want to one day get to the level that you're at? Do you ever think about like, providing like a program or platform for them?
Yeah, I think about that all the time. Like one of my biggest stresses is like making sure that people learn from what I do, and like I care about my community a lot. Like I see like just like the natural like way that a lot of Black people don't feel like they could do things like creative jobs. They feel like they gotta like just go work for everyone. So I'm kind of like an outlier with that. Me and my peer group, like mentioning Kai and shit like that. So like we all do try like to think about the future and what we could do to help. And I try to help as many people as I could. But like right now, I'm still like on my way up. So I kind of want to make sure that I'm like strong and as balanced as possible. But I do got plans to like eventually like open up a more broader spectrum to help more people. But right now, I'm kind of just like taking on the best creatives, like mostly African American and Latino creatives that I could find like right now. But yeah, in the future, I would love to like. That's funny that you said that because like I was thinking not to just run on with my sentences, but like I was thinking about earlier, like damn, like I want to open up like a school like where where I could teach like Black kids like how to like manage their money and they could like do creative shit and like we could figure out how like we eat and like be like in shape and shit like that. Like I was trying to figure that out and you asked me that. Yeah, so besides the creative part, that would be a part of my shit. But like yeah, of course, like maybe if God bless me enough to like get to where I want to go faster, like then yeah. But for now, I do what I can.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I will say, even though you say you feel like you're not up there yet, I would definitely say like, damn, like it's definitely inspirational to be able to look at someone of the same descent as you and be like, you know what, if he can do it, I definitely can, because it's like, you look at everyone who's wore your designs. I can't even name one person in the game who hasn't had your designs on. So it's very admirable. So I just want to give him a round of applause, y'all, because he's been doing his thing for real.
Shout out to OhmFem for real.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, with that being said, another thing I just want to piggyback off of. So what, like, from where you are now, how did your designs become so mainstream? Like, who was like that first celeb that you seen put it on to where you knew you was like, okay, boom, they got it on, it's over with now.
The first like celebrity to ever wear our clothes was Teyana Taylor.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. You'll find out why it's so crazy later, but that's
she
so
was
funny.
the first person like. And I'll say like that was like 2013, like June. Like the funny thing about her is like back then and even now today, like she's like a celebrity amongst celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Like so like you wouldn't think like yo Teyana Taylor would be the reason that a lot of people start seeing our shit, but like literally she was the first person to wear it. And like after she wore it, her fans bought it, and then more like everybody that started wearing it after her, Keisha Cole that summer wore it. Like I said, Jeezy wore it, Khloe Kardashian wore it. Like that first summer, it was crazy. Like the biggest person, I think, like who? Who? Oh, well, yeah. Breezy is a different breed. Like, yeah, Chris Brown that's my boy, but he is a different breed. Like, his fan base is like in other planets.
And he's super creative. Super creative.
Like one day he wore our shit in a music video. It was like some yellow track pants in a Freaky Friday video, and we have been selling these track pants for like 4 months, and like they were selling cool. We probably sold like 300 pairs in like 4 months. Like Breezy, them shits came out in a video, and we sold like 500 pairs in one day.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So going back to Teyana Taylor. How did you manage to get that connection with Teyana Taylor? How did that come about?
Just being around LA, like my little brother is like a really big club promoter. Like me, I was a club promoter too, but I was just more of just like a city boy, like just out in the streets, just meeting people, being around. Like, but just growing up in LA, like, you know, like you grew up in LA, like my brother, he would have people like YG perform at his parties, and this would be like before they got famous, you know? Or like Mustard will be DJing, but this is before he like DJ Mustard. He's DJ Mustard, but before he like $100 million Mustard, you know? Yeah, like so like all these people we went to school with, like Shia LaBeouf, like Nipsey, like all these.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah,
my
that's
niece
my
is
guy.
named after him.
That's crazy. Yeah, so all these kids, like we just grew up around them, and then like everybody just started doing their own stuff. So like just being around the scene, like one of my little homies happened to be cool with one of Teyana Taylor dancers, and he followed me and he seen me like post the fucking sweater, and he was like, I need one for me and Teyana. So I was like, for sure. Like I went to FedEx, shipped them sweaters, and like waited like 2 weeks, and he like, she gonna post. And like she posted, and like that shit, that shit went crazy.
Well, before all the hot celebs, how did you deal with criticism when you were selling your apparel first?
I never grinded the game. That was I was supposed to be a one-hit wonder. That was my one hit. And like I just didn't fall off.
Right. No, I feel you.
Yeah, like I never like before that we was making like merch for like our party promotion company, LA Hype. Like, and just had sweaters and shit that the homies wore, but it wasn't like I went to like school or I was like planned on having a brand. It's kind of like I just made this shit at the mall with my homie, like, you know, and then as soon as we made it at the mall, niggas was like, where you get that from? Like, it was just kind of like, we always been in the streets grinding, and it's just kind of like, feels like God was just like, all right, here, y'all do this. Like, you know?
Definitely. God's plan.
Yeah, facts.
That was good.
Facts.
Yeah.
But
no, go ahead.
Yeah, but it was never like, yeah, we're going to start a brand and we're going to get this person to wear it and this shit, you know, like, nah, it was just like, every day we was just trying to do something that we could be proud of.
Right.
You know, and then we had these shirts, these sweaters, and niggas wanted them. And, you know, everybody that we knew wanted it. And then once more people seen it, more people wanted it. And then the whole world wanted it. Like, it was crazy.
A ripple effect.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like COVID. It just hit the whole world.
It was like COVID. It was that viral. But.
Yeah, it was.
And then, so how you just piggyback on talking about just LA in general and just how that class is and how everybody just went to high school and together.
Yeah.
How was that, like, just different for you guys? Like, I don't know. It's like you guys' drive is just different. Like, everybody be like, oh, we went to high school together, like LA and high school together. Y'all drive is just something different. Like, what was it? Like, what brought you guys into it to make you guys so different? You know what I mean?
You mean like LA different from like other cities?
Just other cities, just countries,
like the
anywhere.
grind
Just
different.
the grind is
The
just
grind
different. You know what I mean? The motivation is different. Like, you see the homie do that, oh, I'm about to do that, and then I'm about to bring the homies along. We all about to do this.
Yeah, I mean, so like growing up in LA, like we went to high school like. I was supposed to graduate in 06. Terry was 07. My brother was 07. So
Shout
like,
out your high school.
Yeah, Hamilton High.
Okay. Shout out to Hamilton.
Yeah, Hamilton is like that shit is a legendary high school in LA.
That's
right. Yeah. But yeah, like so like man, just everybody like wanted to be somebody, you know? Like and then like it's funny because like growing up in LA, like you see the stars, you don't really be phased by it, you know, like you might be like driving down the block and like see Shaq.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
For
and
real.
then we know that we know in ourselves that like we like pretty much put the culture into the world. So we got like an era of confidence about us. And you know, like everyone's coming here to like be a part of what's
the California dream.
Yeah, to be a part of the dream, but we live here every day. So we're like, this our shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we are the history. So like that's just like an aura that we have.
Yeah.
And then like everyone just feels like, you know, like it's the dream is close to you. Because like from everywhere else, people is just like, damn, if I could just get to California, I could get to Hollywood, like I could be what I want to be.
So true.
Yeah. And to us, it's like right here. Like, you know, we
down the street.
can like grab it. You know, or if we can't grab it, we can see it. You feel me? So it's just like, yeah, like you just be like just having your goals and shit. And then like a lot of people, like they don't work hard. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people want that instant gratification, you know? Like, and I think the people in LA that work hard, like most of them get their day. Like I'm not the most talented person, but I just never stopped. Like, you know?
For sure. What I will say is that I don't know, it's like kind of like a little controversy right now when it comes to like dressing and like having style and things like that. So I just wanted to ask, what would you like? What's your preference? Would you rather have, and not to say, you know, I don't know your dating life or anything outside of here, but you know, would you rather have a girl who can't dress but she wears all designer, or would you rather have a girl who can dress but she wears fake designer?
I'm gonna go with the not fake shit.
Get the fake shit out of here.
I'm gonna go.
Even if she don't know how to put it together.
I'm from this. I'm gonna. Since you asked me intimate questions, I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Okay.
I come from the school of Kanye. Like, you know, that's like my inspo. Like he could do no wrong to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my grandma say that Jesus is my Lord and Savior. Yeah, I believe in Jesus. You know, but I'm saying like, Kanye, that's my guy. Like,
yeah.
I'm a like, and then my Colombian homie Gordo, he build a bitch, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so me, I'm a build a bitch kind of guy too. You can get that out, you know. If she can't dress, then
you can help that out, right?
I'm gonna show her what the fly shit is. You feel me? Like, but yeah, that's how I feel about that.
What are the steps of helping her out? Like, what would you do?
I mean, first thing we got to do is lose our egos, you know.
Okay,
like,
that's a good one.
I could lose mine too. You know what I'm saying? Second thing is like, just whatever it is, like, you know, I like more like just subtle stuff, you know? Like I flex like lightly. Like I like shoes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so however she feels comfortable, like I want to just elevate that, you know?
Right.
Like I want my chick to look like a queen.
You want to be a Kanye?
Yeah. I want,
Kanye looking for a Kim. Yeah. He ready to build you up.
I'm looking
like
a Jackie Kennedy, Michelle Obama, you know, like real,
With you gotta have some brains with you.
Yeah.
You gotta have some brains.
Beyonce, you know what I'm saying? Like classy type chicks, you know?
Oh, you like classy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
From Oakland to Sacktown. The Bay Area and back down.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the story with that?
I mean, me and Kai.
So Kai, you know
Kai,
what?
yeah, Kai.
We gotta have Kai on the next show for the podcast because Kai is obviously
get his side of the story.
Kai gonna be like, how much y'all paying?
Oh, okay. I feel you.
I'll see, yeah. Nah, so Kai, we did a collab called LA Riots, and it was a sweater that said like no justice then my peace. And it had like the LA logo on it, and it was like, you know, it was cool. But like I couldn't really promote it too much because Instagram won't let you promote guns. So like me and Kai I'm competitive with Kai, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, hey, I want to show him that I could do some shit too. So like I was in the lab and I'm like, man, I gotta make some shit to kind of like, you know, be my point of view of what that was. And I didn't want it to be too political. So I'm like LA to NY. So I just started thinking of all the landmarks of the cities. And then of course I found like the Chrysler Building, the Statue of Liberty, and then the Hollywood sign. And then at that time, like one of my biggest supporters, like retail wise, was a guy in the Bay Area. So I'm like, the Bay Bridge would be tight. Then then I'm like, damn, the LA logo, we can't use that again. So I picked the Oakland because it matched well. And plus it went with Pac and California Love. So if you think about that sweater, the lyrics on the front was California Love. And I'm going back to Cali by Biggie. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you got the New York with the big apple on the back. in New York, people was like, why don't y'all use the Yankees logo? I was like, because the New York Mets logo looked better on the aesthetically. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so we got the Biggie quotes on the back and then the Pop quotes on the front.
No, I love that. It's just so universal. You know what I'm saying? No, everybody. So with that being said, do you have your products in stores? It's just all online. Can people find it in the Bay Area? Can people? You have it in stores?
Yeah, we
okay.
Let them know something.
Let me know.
Yeah, we got we got like 50 retail stores around the world. Like, and we sell from like mom and pop like high end mom and pop boutiques. Like, and like we got stores in Alabama too, but it'll be like the best like store in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? And then we got like online stores in Italy. Our biggest account is called Luisa Via Roma. It's an Italian brand. It sells like Christian Dior, Off-White, like all that kind of stuff. And our brand is on there too. And then we got stores in the Bay, like my boy Manny that I was telling you about in the Bay, Foot Express in Hayward. Like we got stores in AZ, New York. We in Fat Joe's store in New York. And then we do online too.
Dang. You worldwide.
Yeah,
Let them know I'm worldwide. Okay.
Japan.
He said, don't forget about Asia.
Don't forget about the Asian persuasion.
No, definitely.
Asian persuasion.
Definitely.
Yeah. So getting back to it, so when you coming up with the ideas as a team, and you got so many brainstorming ideas off each other, is it like a team collectively thing coming up at the table, like the drawing board, like, all right, look, check this out. This is my idea. How we gonna break this down? So it's like a whole team thing.
So our design team is like myself, Kai, my son. He's not my real son, but I call him my son because I'm like.
I'm like, you got a grown son? Where
Nah, he just turned 21.
That was really in my head.
I'm schooling him in the game. That's my guy, man. I'm like the most like toughest like teacher ever. You know, like that's how I was taught. So I got him. Then I got girl named Sarah that works with me, Mike, and then even the guys that work in a distribution part of the business, they might have ideas too. But like most of the concepts, like 80% come from me, and then I kind of just bounce them off my friends. Like I might even text Terry sometimes, like, "Hey." Randomly every couple of months, like, hey, what you think about this? He's like, oh, that's tight, you know. And then I just get ideas from people. Like she knows my cousin, her Deja, my cousin and her brothers are really, really good friends. So I might hit them up and be like, hey, what you think about this? You know. But for the most part, like the concepts is like mostly for me. But I don't know how to like actually like design or draw. So I just hire people to bring my thoughts to life.
Right.
Yeah.
I seen you have a lot of different prints in your designs.
Yeah.
So what's the creative process?
Yeah, like you go to downtown, you pick out fabrics. How does this go down?
So for his shirt, for instance, right?
Right.
That was a kid that that was a kid from the Bay Area that I hired and I paid to help me design a collection. So he submitted like 8 designs and I picked like a few of them, you know. My shirt, like this NASCAR shirt, I love NASCAR shirts, and I'm like, this shit's make good money. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm on Google looking at vintage NASCAR shirts. I find something I like, then I'll like talk to one of my graphic designers, like, yo, let's do it like this. Let's switch this up, or let's.
So it comes back to like fashion repeats itself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it always does.
Yeah. My mama and grandma always said that.
They're telling the truth.
But they're fashionistas. And they say, my grandma, I'm like, Shuba, you want this? I'm like, no, you gonna miss out because it's gonna come back out. And I'm like, oh my god.
Grandmas be having that archive shit. It be in a closet for a minute, and then you be like, damn, grandma, how you had that?
Right.
And they've been there for like 20 years. Like,
they've been it. Right. I did want to do a segment. It's called Chopping It Down to One. So I got 3 questions for you because, you're a big hot guy. I see you. You got the hot celeb. So I do got some,
That always trips me out when people say that. What? To me, I'm just like a bum ass nigga.
Well, get used to it. No, you're real chill. You're real humble. I can say one thing, you're humble. For you to be popping, like you said, like as soon as you dropped, you was it.
No, for real.
You're very humble.
Side note, before you finish, when I did tell them, like, I was like, oh no, like, I got HommefemmeLA, like, we're about to do it. All right, because mind y'all, funny story, he pulled up to my house. And when I was, my brother, he's really cool, all my brothers. So,
they're my guys.
For real, shout out to
Mac G, Jern Worm,
and Lil Drill. Love him.
Yeah.
Okay, so he pulled up to my house. It was like, was it Thanksgiving? It was Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it was Thanksgiving.
And I seen him in the car, and I said,
"No, it was Christmas."
No, it wasn't. It was Thanksgiving.
It was
Thanksgiving because I had a braid. I remember. It was Thanksgiving.
It was Thanksgiving because she told me on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was.
It was Thanksgiving. So. Mac G. He told me, he was like, you know who that is? And I'm like, no.
So you hot, you know who that
not
is?
like that, but I know your brother more than I know you.
Yeah.
So
I didn't have no clue you knew my brother.
Yeah, it's family. We family, basically. It's been years. So anyway, my brother was like, you got the podcast going. Go ask him if he'll be on it. So I ran to the car. I'm like, I'm nervous and stuff. I'm like, hey, I'm their sister. He's like, I didn't even know they had a sister.
Hey, I had no clue they had a sister. Nah.
She's the only
yeah. We have
her mom.
It's from my mom. My brothers we have same mom, same dad. So from my mom, I'm the only girl, but my dad, he has 2 other daughters. But from them, I'm the little sister. I'm the youngest. So of course, they don't mention me. They just, we going on. I'm so much younger than them. I'm like 10 years younger than them.
First of all, they're so protective. They're not trying to mention you.
Exactly. Right. So I talked to him. He's like, I didn't even know they had a sister. I'm like, oh, well, you do now. I got this podcast. He cut me off right then and there. He's like, save it. I'll do it.
Yeah. That's love.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
I mean, her brothers is like my cousin, my real cousins, Mm-hmm. They're best friends with my big cousin who's like my older brother. So I'll be with them all the time. I'll be with her brothers. In the club, they be at my house.
Oh, there's some party animals.
Yeah.
So that means, I know you're a party animal.
I used to be. I turn up in other countries now.
I'm scared. I'm that type of friend. Everybody, let's go here. I don't know what's going on over there. I ain't trying to go over there. I'm the scary one.
Same shit that's going on here. Just a different language.
Right. And that's what I need to know. What are you saying? But going back to chopping it down to 1, we got 3 questions I want you to answer. The first one is, if you had one shirt to give, who would you give it to? Hold on.
Damn.
Hold on. I got options. Drake or Future?
That's tough.
If you had one shirt to give.
It's tough because hey.
You at Rolling Loud, you see both.
All right, I'm gonna
shirt.
I'm gonna say this. Kanye. But hey, I'm gonna answer that though. I'm gonna answer that. I ain't gonna lie, man. I love Drake. Like Drake on my music. At the end of the year, Drake is number 1 by a lot. Mm-hmm. Cause it's just so much. But Future, that's my nigga. I'm gonna give it to Future.
Okay.
Cause niggas are gonna buy it off Future. Drake, people love Drake. It'll probably be cleaner and cooler if Drake wore it, but Future, that's the streets.
That's the streets, though.
Yeah, that's the streets.
Oh, I like that answer. Okay. Yeah. And this is one, I don't know if you would still, pick it, but this is one I was like, okay. If you can only pick one female brand ambassador, you finna know. Who will it be? Teyana Taylor or India Love? But I don't know how you. Now
that he said everything he said,
well,
now that you said it,
respectfully to India Love, I do love her sister Crystal. So yeah, she's
I love her.
But yeah, I'm in love. But
Crystal.
But India Love she popping for her generation. She might be more famous than Teyana Taylor, but Teyana Taylor is classic. Yeah, she gonna be that chick when she 75.
She is definitely.
She gonna be doing them. She gonna doing them moves.
She gonna be like Janet. You know how Janet, no matter where she goes, she could break it down.
Yeah, exactly.
Play with Janet.
Yeah, she know how to put it on. She do.
Nah, she do know how to put
call
it on.
Call her Mrs. Put It On.
And she got the attitude that I kind of like.
Yeah.
I like her attitude.
He said,
she's a little spicy. Yeah. He like that.
Right. And the last one, if you can only style one group, who would it be? 4PF, 400, or OTF?
Damn,
Mommy, me and you put it on him just like that.
We was just talking about Lil Baby earlier.
You was?
My homie doing a couple tracks. Was listening to him earlier today. 4PF, 400, or OTF. Mm-hmm. All right, so look. I'm gonna go with 4PF because Lil Baby is just the biggest thing in music right now. But why 400 YG is just I've been a part of YG's career. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it. It's kind of like Kobe. I seen his whole career. You feel me? I seen YG in the sweat boxes, tooted and booted, 4 walls and no AC, like booty shaking, like $20 to get in, like to signing with Def Jam, to like being like having no swag, to being like a fashion icon now. You feel me?
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, he came out, always at the khakis or a plaid, but now he come out really
sagging,
stylish,
no shirt.
California stylish.
No shirt,
and
with the hat to the back.
YG is a big business. Like he
definitely,
and his team is real smart. Like so. I just for any other way I would go with them, them my peoples. But like as far as like just for the brand right now, Lil Baby, like for
business wise,
business wise, Lil Baby,
okay.
I heard that,
and I love Lil Durk too, but like.
You do.
No, but I definitely feel you just because Lil Baby does pack like a huge impact right now when it comes to like, especially in the music industry. A lot of people are looking up, Lil Baby. So I could definitely understand that.
And I think it's more even more to just his music. I think they respect him that he take care of his city and his people. I think it's more, a little deeper with Lil Baby.
Listen, it's the reason Lil Baby one of my favorite artists. He put on for sure.
Facts.
He put on for sure.
No, but with 2022 coming in, we here, it's our first couple weeks in, what can we expect from you guys moving forward? Like, what's some big things going on that you want to let the people know about?
Damn, 2022. A lot of people saying that 2022 is supposed to be like a slow year just because like the economy and like all the like the stimulus, scam money not being around no more. So they saying like 2022 is supposed to be slow. But if y'all allow me to say, like, I don't think that it's going to be that for us.
Amen.
Like we we planning on being number one. Like I don't want to sound arrogant.
No,
we planning on being on number one. We planning on like just getting our brand out there more. Like if a lot of people is like struggling, which I hope not, and like the economy recedes, like I hope that they decide like that they choose us to spend their money with,
Right. Exactly.
So like we want to just spend more time valuing our customers and like getting to know them better and like giving them better products and more insight on us and like making them feel like they're a part of our team and showing them like who we are. Because like you said, a lot of people didn't know that it was black kids that was doing this. Now I look on Instagram and like people be like, yeah, that's black owned. Like somebody put on Twitter. Yeah, somebody put on Twitter like, don't talk shit about Telfar or Home Fem. And I was like, damn, Telfar is huge. Like, thanks for mentioning us.
Too, right? You too, right?
Yeah, so like for me, it's like Telfar, Pyre Moss, and us. Like that's like the biggest black shit out right now. So I want to be the biggest. Like I want to be the biggest brand. I want to take everybody's spot. Like, and I just want to be. I want to be that. And then we got some big collabs coming out with some OG companies from like the 90s, like. Whoever your uncles and your older cousins was wearing in the 90s.
Sean John?
Sean,
you got some P.
He was trying to buy that back.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did? I didn't even get an update. Okay.
Yeah, I knew you bought that back for Sean John.
So I'll give y'all, since it's y'all early, we're going to do a collab with like hopefully Reebok at the end of the year. And then also like Eddie Bauer, like we're doing like a collab with them too. So
congratulations, that's
for real.
big.
You're doing big things, and it's really admirable to have you in here. First and foremost, really do appreciate you coming. So for me, I know I'm a purse person. So do you think you'll have like any own film purse collab with anybody for the ladies coming out? I
mean, y'all should use y'all Black Girl Magic and like
I love
that. use all Black Girl Magic and get the Home Fem Telfar collab. And like we'll do a collab with them. Like, if that's like an affirmation for the new year, that'll be dope. Like,
we sprinkling that in the air because we need that.
Because y'all be like hot over them purses. Like, or what was Brandon Blackwood? That's a black dude too.
Oh yeah, I like his purse line. I would definitely. I've heard a lot that like his material actually lasts like a long time. So I'm really excited to.
Purses do gotta last.
To try one of his designs this year just because. They say he's like, top notch. So, I don't play when it comes to the purses.
Yeah, that's usually the purses that they be asking for. So
they do.
I would love to like do a collab with like those brands, Like I want to do more collabs this year. I want to open our brand up and like, be more black, like be more collaborative with other black people. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, just grow and just like be like when you think about like shit, you think about like Rockaware or like Sean John,
Stay
Fubu, you know,
rock,
Like I want to be top 5, like dead or alive with like black brands.
Heard that.
Like,
Do you ever think about like your own storefront, like here in LA? Because I know a lot of people, you know, who aren't really computer savvy, or you know, just like Jay Sean said, miss out a lot on those different drops and stuff like that. They are looking for, you know, different places. Well, especially from you, like a storefront that they can actually walk into. Is that like on the agenda anytime soon?
We had a store in 2014, like downtown LA. It was cool. It was chill. It was like maybe like the size of this room. But like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not really focused on that right now. Like, yeah, my goal is like to have like our brand be like Zara one day.
Oh, I
Like,
like that.
yeah,
I believe it can happen. You definitely got the mindset and the energy. You know, you don't come off arrogant.
Definitely got the talent.
You come off humble and you come off about your hustle.
Thank you.
So I do love that. And I'm glad you came here to Sunday Chop.
Of course, man.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
So before we end out, we just want to make sure everyone does have all of your, you know, social media handles. So if we could just let them know where they could find your Instagram, your Twitter, your, you know, just let the people know so they know where to go.
Damn. You can find us on Instagram, the brand HommefemmeLA, HommefemmeLA. Like that's Instagram and Twitter and LinkedIn, whatever you be on. Mine is Passport Poppy, like so Passport with an E at the end, PAPI. So yeah, you can find me on there. Instagram. Or TB's, what's up? TBEEZ.
Okay.
WASSUP.
And y'all heard it first from the one and only Own Fam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Again,
Thanks
we appreciate you. That's what I was just about to say. We appreciate you coming on here
you
for real. I didn't even notice Jay Sean slipped that on because we.
I didn't even know that.
He said I'm representing today.
He a real sharp
it.
dude, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
I definitely got to get on my own film. You know, I just put on
support.
Filthy Wealth today.
Hey, that's nice.
Filthy
That's a nice
Wealth,
jacket,
you know.
though.
Thank you. You know.
Yeah.
Well,
Nah,
thank
I
you for
appreciate
coming
y'all
here
having
on Sunday
me.
Chop. We appreciate you.
Of course.
All right, make sure y'all tuned in.
At the rest of y'all on my IG.
Please do. Please
for
do.
real.
Make
And
sure. Go ahead. My bad, boo. Go ahead. Do your
And y'all
thing.
know what it is, Sunday Chop. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all follow us on all platforms, Instagram, YouTube, everything like that. We taking over. It's Sunday Chop,
Baby.
Yeah.
Every single Sunday, 5 p.m. Let's get it.
Peace.
Joseph.